Hello and welcome back to Catherine's Couch. So appreciate you spending time to sit on my couch with me. This week, we're going to be talking about the power of changing your mind and how it is not a bad thing. It is a strength to learn how to do. If I were to talk to myself at 20 right now, I was so firm in a lot of my feelings and beliefs. And I think in a lot of times in my life, I have felt a sense of superiority in sticking to feeling something. And that's probably that's the Taurus in me. I used to not see the ability to change as the positive that it is and the beautiful release that it is. And as I've aged in life, I've realized that in every avenue, I embrace the vulnerability of not knowing what to do next, or noticing that something doesn't fit quite right, noticing the change that is ever present around me, the ability to see and notice and communicate that, riding that wave as opposed to standing in the ocean, watching it crash around me. It's even just like, it's fun. It always benefits me. I started SSRIs like in September of last year. I had 30th year has been really eye-opening for me. And I'm so thankful for that, because I am of the belief that once I stop growing and changing and stop learning, that's when there's nothing left for me. I think the whole point in being alive is to grow and learn and change, and what a gift that is. Once I turned 30, my anxiety was really kicking up a notch, and I started my SSRI around like 6 months or so ago. The change it has had in my life, there was a time in my life where I saw changing your mind as a weakness, not a strength. And I would pride myself on my ability to dig deep and firm in a lot of avenues of my life. And I'm so thankful for the anxiety that I dealt with once I turned 30, because I hadn't realized until I hit that critical point how small my life had become, how isolated my anxiety had made me. And that's what it had made me do. I have struggled with black and white thinking growing up. I've struggled with that. And my anxiety was always trying to protect me. So I was focusing on the things that somebody had in common with me, but the things that I might not agree with, or the things that somebody might believe in that might be an affront to me. I was so focused on my differences, as if to say, like, it's my job. And that's where this all comes down to. So much of life is out of your control. However you feel about that doesn't make it any less true. So much of life is out of your control. Pretending that is not the case is not helpful to you. I think anxiety, in order to soothe my brain, was trying to tell me if I could only control things that weren't in my control, if I could only control everything, I could prevent myself from feeling pain. And that is not possible, nor is it true, nor is it a healthy way to spend my energy and my time. And so I started an SSRI. And it's funny because I don't think I ever anticipated starting an SSRI in my life. I think for a lot of my life, I believe I would be on my medication for ADHD forever. And like, that was me. There's so much in my life where my mind has been changed that has brought so much to me. And I think nowadays especially, I am of the belief that we are a lot more alike than we are not as humans, regardless of what we believe. I see the world as a place that is good. I see humans as people who want good for others. It's freeing to see that, and freeing to relieve myself of the rumination and anxiety, because I think so much of my time spent when I was really isolated was anxiety tells you that if you only think about something long enough, you can control it. And that's not true. Rumination can help you expend energy. And if you see anxiety as energy to be expended, focusing on something, it's like a hamster in a wheel, and it's exhausting and scary. And I started to turn to other ways to expend the energy of anxiety in my life. I started painting again, creating art, singing, dancing, moving your body. Those things expend energy. And I think the key to redirecting your energy is there are a few constants in this world. One of those is change, and one of those is time. And you will get through something because it will pass through you. You can pass through it. And it's almost like if you're digging down deep into the sand, afraid to dive into the wave, once it passes you, once it crashes around you, there's another one right there and you're cold. And that's how I experienced a lot of the world for that period of time. And my SSRI allows me, emboldens me, encourages me to look around, to sit in myself, to feel like, actually, I kind of would like to dive in, Wouldn't swimming be kind of fun? And I'm in like I was when I was a kid, and I'm moving with the ocean, and dare I say, even enjoying it. All of that. Before I know it, It's past. So much of my life has been learning to let go and learning that there is no shame in changing your mind. And actually, the ability to recognize that you want to learn, that you want to change, that there is something that is not working, that things are not fitting. The ability to recognize that in your space, in your place, in your life is a strength. For a lot of my 20s, I focused on my health. A lot of my 20s, I dealt with multiple health issues, and in managing being in and out of doctor's offices, I have found a better quality of life. If I was never so uncomfortable that I felt I needed to do something about this, I would never be so comfortable now. Like, I needed that discomfort to get to the comfort. They work together, the yin and yang in life. That is what I've realized. Not just the like, when you're happy, soak it in because things will go wrong. More so when you're comfortable, it is because of the discomfort that you have borne witness to, that you have allowed to pass through you. That is directly correlated to how comfortable you can be at any point in time. At least that's what's true for me. And that's what I wish someone could tell me. That has brought me the most success in life. Like, that has helped me the most in my life, to learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable, to practice that muscle within me. Yeah, change is a beautiful thing. I love the version of me that I am right now. I'm thankful for the versions of me that have come before me, and I look forward to the versions of me that I will become in time. And I hope talking about this, you can feel the same way about your own life, because you're always on time for it. I promise you. I just want you to know you mean so much to me. You matter. You are loved. You are seen. You are heard. And you're important. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad we're all here together. Let me know in the comments below anything else you'd like me to chat about, anything else you'd like to have conversations about on the couch in the coming weeks. Wherever this finds you, let me be the first to remind you you're always on time for your own life. I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.